free. Yeah, so thank you for that. So let me now go to the next person, Mr. Juma Nicholas. Please go ahead.
Okay. Pius a minute. There is a Madam Siwolo is finding a lot of difficulties in joining the meeting.
Yes.
Because I've sent the passcode and she's saying that the Zoom has requested for the password. So I don't know what is the password.
The password, send her the link. Send her the link and tell her we have no password. Just when you send, click the link, she should be able to join. Otherwise, if she's not able to join after sending the link, leave it at that point. I'll deal with it when I'm done. I'll deal with it when I'm done with what I'm doing right now, because we are running late. I don't want to take a lot of Mr. Jones' time. But these are housekeeping duties. Housekeeping duties that we have to do. And I'm simulating what you guys will be doing. So, yeah, hold on. Yeah, this is the certificate from the Python Institute by John, by Harun, and courtesy of sponsorship, Blue Nile Analytica. Thank you, Harun. You can now remove it from the screen. And I'll post it on the chats. And this is the WhatsApp chats. And please, if you can see the certificate, please type yes on the Zoom chats. If you can see the certificate on the WhatsApp group, please type yes on the Zoom chats. When I ask for that, I'm checking for presence. There are two things I'm supposed to check for. The presence, I don't need autopilot. And then understanding. Those are what I was taught when I was training as a teacher. Because we have gone virtual, I have to check for presence. And because I'm a professionally trained teacher, we have to check for understanding. Okay, I see a couple of people have typed yes. That is fine. Now, Mr. Nicholas Juma, please go ahead and introduce yourself. Are you there? Mr. Nicholas Juma, are you there? So we can't wait for Mr. Nicholas Juma anymore. Now, Rose Deborah Opeo, are you there? You didn't attend the orientation. Please, can you put on your camera and introduce yourself? The teacher wants to know whom you are. Rose Deborah Opeo. Rose Deborah Opeo, can you hear me? Rose Deborah Opeo, you are on mute. Okay, let me give her some more time. Let me go back to Mr. Nicholas Juma. Mr. Nicholas Juma, can you hear me? Mr. Nicholas Juma, are you able to hear me? Yeah, Rose Deborah Opeo, put on your video. Put on your video and go ahead and introduce yourself by telling us your first name, last name, your background, your training, what you do for a living, and your current city of residence. Rose Deborah Opeo, put on your camera and introduce yourself. This is a virtual class. We are meeting for the first time. We want to associate your face with your name. We need to know you. Hold on. You're carrying up your hand. Hold on. I'm dealing with Rose Deborah Opeo. Oh, Rose Deborah Opeo is not there. Donatas Abuao, please, can you go ahead and introduce yourself by putting on here? Thank you very much.
Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon from to all. I know it's different hours for all of us who are here. So thank you very much, First. My name is Donatas Abuao. My background is computer science. I currently have some qualification on top of that, which is a IT security and audit at master's level. And I have been part of this training, and I really appreciate your effort, Sapias. And I'm very sure that our contribution and peer learning is going to give us confidence to walk into the data science mentorship. Just off the line, we've had some couple of discussions with our colleagues here, and we appreciate that joint effort put in. We are going to have competence and confidence, because those two are the key that we are looking for. Others, I'm very thankful, and I'll be walking the journey with positive energy, and I'll also be committed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Abua. When are you sitting for your certification exams?
Yes, as discussed, I'll be sitting for the certificate before the end of the month, this week of 20th, before the end of this month. Yes.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
And just be aware, the next free course, Python for data science, if you don't see your certificate and you have been in the other program for 6 months, will not allow you. I want to make an announcement again. If you are here and you have not applied for this course through the portal, please do so. Do so as we do housekeeping duties. So the next person is Rose Deborah Opio. I need to see your face. I don't know you. I've recruited you online. I need to see your face. Mr. Nicholas Juma, although I know you, the instructor does not know you. I need the instructor to see your face so that he knows whom he will be teaching. So the last call, one more time. Mr. Nicholas Juma, please put on your video and introduce yourself. For the last time, Rose Deborah Opeo, please put your video and introduce yourself. After that, you can put off the video. Anyway, today, the first day, let me not remove them. But next time, anybody that can't introduce himself and put it on his video and remove from class. Because how do I sponsor somebody that I don't even know his face? How do I somebody that I've never met, I've just recruited online? Yes, Mr. Abayo, you had something to say, please, very briefly. Were you in the orientation meeting?
I watched the video on appeals.
No. Were you in the orientation meeting?
No, I was not.
Okay, you didn't introduce yourself. Please go ahead and introduce yourself in the format that we have given you. So
thank you.
Quickly, we are running late.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Abayo. I reside in Nairobi, and my background is statistics. I'm a trained statistician. My interest in data science emanates from my research area. I am trying to do some research in data analytics. So I believe data science will be a major contributor to what I'm doing in my studies. So thank you very much for sponsoring this, and looking forward to a very good time together with the other guys. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Levi Bushuru, Mr. Chemite is not able to see the link. Can you forward to him the link? Or repost the link or the WhatsApp group so that it is the last message for him to join in. Now, at this particular point, I want to hand over the meeting to our lead instructor, Mr. John Yemi, so that he introduces himself, and then he goes ahead and introduces his two assistant instructors. So, Mr. John, over to you. Once I hand over the meeting to you, I'll leave the meeting, and just make sure it is recorded. Just make sure it is recorded. So I'm the host right now. I'm handing over my host privileges.
There is still someone yet to.
There's still someone yet to introduce himself.
I saw a message like that. Please
Yeah,
proceed.
please. So please, if you have not introduced yourself, you are not in the orientation meeting, can you go ahead and introduce yourself? I have Rose Deborah Opio, I have Nicholas Juma, I have Eugene Odhiambo. Any of those people who are in this meeting, please go ahead and introduce yourself. And when you're introducing yourself, please put on your face. Rose Deborah Opio, are you there?
Hi, Pius. I'm Kevin. I was not in the orientation meeting, so just
Okay,
wanted to introduce
put on your video. Okay, thank you. I can see you now. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Yes, I'm Kevin Oswere from Siaya Rarieda, currently residing in Nairobi. I have a background of mathematics and computer science. I graduated with a degree in maths and computer science. I have a diploma in project management, certified M&E, and currently I work with a company called Hewatele. Hewatele, basically, we deal with medical oxygen, and we support regionally, that is Kenya, Uganda, and Somalia. The reason why I'm interested in this course, there is that lapse in our services in terms of data, and I think it's something that will strengthen my foot while we are doing M&E, and also to be able to introduce the rest of the team to such a course.
Thank you very much. Nicholas Juma, are you there to introduce yourself, or you are on autopilot? Rose Deborah Opio, are you there to introduce yourself, or you are on autopilot? Okay, I want to hand over the meeting to the lead instructor. This meeting will still have to end at 7 p.m. Kenyan time because people are busy. People are busy. We can't extend. So I just wanted to let Joe know about that. But what we are doing, the introduction was very, very important. So John, I'm going to have handed over the privileges of being a host to you. Now this is your class. Please introduce your two assistants. Let them introduce themselves and we move on. And before you do that, please introduce yourself to our trainees in the format that I've given, the format that we've been using, so that they know whom you are. Okay, over to you, John.
Yeah, okay. Greetings to all. My name is John Olaoye. I have my first degree in mechanical engineering and my master's in information systems from Strathmore University. I have more than close to 10 years now of experience in business intelligence. I deal with data. I mount data every day is what I do, especially in data products. And when we talk about data products, I mean using different tools to give data solution to the business, giving insights to the business. So that is where my strength is, and that is what I do. I also do training with Blue Nine Analytica, where I offer my expertise, the industry expertise, which is very important when you need to venture into whether data science, data analytics, data engineering, business intelligence. So the industry knowledge is very important aside from the theory knowledge, which I know some of us might have. So that is what I have under my belt. I have several certifications in with Microsoft, with Microsoft Azure. I hold my MCSA in Microsoft. I am a data engineer certified associate in Microsoft Azure. I have my cloud solution architect in AWS, Tableau server. I am one of the 15 first guys in Kenya to own the Tableau server itself certification in 2020, 2021. So I've really interacted with data a lot, and I hope that I'll be able to impact that knowledge, the industry knowledge, to many of us who are in this class. Although this session is concerning Excel, and I know Excel is the basics and the father of all analytics tool. If you can have your way around Excel, it gives you better understanding of other tools that are even advanced. So yeah, that is a brief introduction of how much I can say about myself now. And I will also introduce Mr. Ruben and Mr. Levi, who are going to also tutor in this training. So I think to those who are yet to know them, I will allow them to introduce themselves also.
Okay, thank you very much, John. I'm Ruben Chemitei. I will be the assistant instructor. I have a background in maths and statistics, and currently I'm also a postgraduate student for biostatistics. And I would say that data is a field that I like with passion. And having joined the Blue Nile Analytica, I think this is home to me. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to interacting with you throughout the course. And I'm looking forward to interacting with you, and especially for the group B, whom I'll be able to share a lot with them. Otherwise, I don't have much to say for now. I think we'll say a lot as we move on. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Okay, just a minute, Mr. Ruben, thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. You didn't tell them that you are the Blue Nile Analytica Director in charge of consultancy services, and that is very important.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, as the Director General has put it, I'm the Director in charge of consultancy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Levi Bushuru, please take it away.
Yeah, thank you a lot. As you have heard, I'm Levi Bushuru. I have a background. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics with specialization in statistics and applied mathematics from Rongo University in South Nyanza. I also hold a postgraduate diploma in data science from Africa Data School here in Nairobi. I have 4 years of experience practicing as a data scientist in different levels, starting as a statistical officer, statistical assistant, up to a data scientist. I'm a competent Python, R programmer with a lot of experience for both Python and R for data science. I'm a competent machine learning engineer. And right now I'm about to finish my online course from Great Learning in artificial intelligence and machine learning. I'm also a director at Blue Nile Analytica in charge of technical training. And all these people whom you are seeing here, I'm the one who have guided them for the last 6 months. I look forward to learn more from Mr. John. And also, I look forward to cooperate with each and every trainee the way you have cooperated for the last 6 months. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so thank you for that introduction. With your permission, Mr. Pius, any other thing you want to add to the for us before we proceed? Is there any other thing you would like
Yes,
to
I just wanted to
bring to
know.
our notice?
Yes, I just wanted to know, the participant to know that I've worked with you for very many years and I have confidence in you. And that's why I'm bringing you on board. So I believe in quality and I bring the best. Yeah, I bring the best. And I also wanted the participant to know, Mr. Uloy Mr. John will be working with us as a training consultant in courses such as Tableau, Power BI, Oracle SQL certified certification, SQL Server certification. Unfortunately, these courses are very expensive to offer because all the resources involved, we cannot offer them free. So we'll have to start offering them from September, and these you will have to pay. These ones you'll have to pay. So Mr. John is not just here for these 6 weeks. He's gonna be here for some time. Yeah, that's what I wanted the participants to know. I've introduced myself in several videos. So please, if you want to know something about me, just watch one of the videos from Blue Nile Analytica or go to the website and you'll get my profile. Otherwise, without much ado, it is 9:45. I don't want to waste much of Mr. John's time. Over to you, Mr. John. Please manage this class the way you want, and remember to take a screenshot when you are starting, and remember also to take survey by the end of the class. And also remember to make sure that the students get projects, project 1 and project 2, when they will be going for break. They usually go for break after 1 hour, and I can see it is 13 minutes to the end of 1 hour. So I don't know whether you want to start with the project, this 13 minutes to make sure they have the projects, stuff like that, so that when the time for break comes, you don't, when they come for break, you don't waste time, you just teach, and you teach continuously. And that's just a suggestion. That's just a suggestion.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
I think
yeah,
we can just probably, I just at least familiarize myself with the room with the remaining 30 minutes, and then we go on our regular 5 to 7 minutes break. Then when we return, we will introduce the projects and now complete the other introduction that we might have. Since today has been an introduction class, it gives us the room now to set the base, and we know that going forward we jump in. Also, what I'll be doing in this session will also entail trying to get the understanding, trying to get an average level where we don't drop anyone and then we don't also lose anyone. So I think I will still want to use the remaining 12 minutes to just interact with the class before we go for the regular break.
please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I hope you can all hear me. I will proceed to sharing my screen so that we can relate from my screen. And I'll be doing that shortly. You let me know if you can, when you can see my screen. I believe you should be seeing my screen now. And never mind about the basics I mentioned there. It's just to let you all know that we are starting from somewhere, so that we anchor our learning on something. I know from the introduction I've had so far, it will be very probably important for me to know quickly. Maybe I believe we all know how to use the know our way around the Zoom platform. So if I have some questions, I know just for us to move very fast, it will be important for you to just use the emojis, thumbs up and stuff like that to answer me, and that gives me the information that yes, I have my trainees on my side and they can hear me just as I speak, and I'm not losing anyone. So Yeah, Excel is what we are starting with. I know from the introduction I've had so far, I don't expect that there is anyone who has not interacted one way or the other with Excel, with Microsoft Excel. Is there anyone here, by show of hand, just to quickly let me know that you've never worked with Excel before, with whatever the level it is, show of maybe terms of stuff in just minutes. You have never used Excel before, never heard about it, regardless of the level at which you've used it. Is there anyone in the room? Yeah, I think we all have, at least one way or the other, used Excel in a way. And you agree with me, with the number of years that I have worked with, that have been in the data field, I have seen that Excel is the bedrock of most of the businesses that we that run in the world. Excel, it's likely to go, it's very difficult. You get into an organization and you don't see someone in a way interacting with Excel. And what does this mean to us? It means this is an important tool. Everyone who is aspiring or who is desiring to shine in the field of data, you have to own it, you have to own it, you have to understand this skill. It's very, very important. In fact, in my own personal journey, whenever there is a tool that we are using and it seems like the tool seems to be a little bit more complicated, we bring the whole, maybe a subset of the data into Excel to interact with the data to see how granular the data is. From that understanding, then now we can take it back to this more complex tool so that we can perform now this whatever analysis we want to do with the data. So what is Excel? Just briefly, quickly, is just rows and columns, as we all probably know. Excel has functions. We create formulas with these functions. With an example I've given here, the sum, the averages, the ifs, the X lookup, the lookup, the H lookup, many, they replace a whole lot of, sincerely tell myself that it will take you a whole lot of time to exhaust the whole functions in Excel. But there are important ones that are a little bit advanced that we can use in terms of maybe for financial analysis, maybe for linear regression, maybe for the what ifs analysis, all of those functions that are a little bit advanced, we will have the chance to look into them. Now, we have different aspects also that deals with formatting. We format data in Excel based, in some cases, based on the actions that we want to see on that data. For instance, we can build an interactive dashboard with Excel where the business users can be able to, follow, let's say, let's use a business scenario of a supermarket, for instance. You are tracking stock in a supermarket. You can actually use Excel formatting to show when the stock level goes below this number, flag that particular stock red. You can write different functions to perform or to achieve this goal. So we have other aspects also, the charts and the graphs that we have in Excel. They help us also in visualization. As we may know, data in form of rows and columns are not pleasant to the eyes. They are not easily consumable. So there is need for us to present this data in some form of visualization in terms of bar charts, in terms of pie charts, tree maps, different kind of visualization tools that we have within Excel that can help us present this information. We have the pivot table. The pivot table is just a quick way to mount huge data within Excel rather than, you know, trying to write too many functions. They've given us this pivot table to help us summarize the information on this Excel sheet so that we can be able to, you know, we can be able to just use the effect of drag and drop, and then we summarize this data easily, and then we get the results easily without doing so much work on that file or writing too many functions before we get our results. Macros, we probably know that macros is just the recording. It's like a screen recording that we have. Probably some phones have these capabilities. So you record the steps that you use in performing, for instance, let's say a data cleaning process that is probably something you do on a regular basis. You could use a macro to keep record of what you've done, and then you play this macro so that it helps you to repeat this repetitive task. You don't have to redo them again. The macro gets to do the task for you. Excel has this capability. You know, we will see working with multiple sheets and workbooks in terms of using VLOOKUP. We have a certain role here that's a certain data set here. There are other set of data, this second subset that we want to check if this is present here or if there are certain data that is, you know, you have a normalized table, for instance. You need to bring this table together, which in the data term we call denormalization, bringing these two tables together to form one stretched table. We need something like VLOOKUP to do something of such. And this worksheet, at times, these data come in different workbooks. So we have one in workbook A, another in workbook B. We know there is a relationship between these two workbooks. We can use these different functions in Excel to perform that function. And it's very important, especially for businesses. And even in my day's job, I can tell you VLOOKUP is one function. Everyone, even those who don't know it, they will have to walk up to you and tell you, oh, you know what? I want to see this here, I have this here, and I have this one here. How do I, you know, match that information? And, you know, it becomes a very important skill anyone should have to make your life, at least your own life, easy, if not for the business. You reduce in man-hour of work when you're able to use some of these functions. Even with Excel, Microsoft are really doing so much to ensure that Excel is more robust day by day. And according to my knowledge of what Excel, the kind of updates they do on Excel, I think every 3 months, there is a new thing that comes on Excel. So just know that you might sleep today and wake up that there is a new announcement concerning what Excel can do, or what has been added to fortify or to enhance the operations of Excel. So they keep building on the capacity of what Excel can do. So the aspect of importing and exporting data, so I can actually be on an Excel sheet and import another Excel sheet into my Excel sheet. You know, this capability was only present in Power BI, but they added it to Excel also, where we can also use things like Power Query to, you know, use a more robust engine that can munch more data So that is the essence of having such capability. So I can actually, instead of using VLOOKUP at times, I can actually pull that data into the current worksheet that I'm working on, and then finish the work, and then export that data out of that, that environment also. So these are the capabilities. Again, Excel is also very good in data modeling. As someone who has worked as a data, or even currently still guide even the junior guys who work under me in terms of data modeling, Excel is one huge tool that we use every day to model data, to even form some SQL queries with the help of as simple as operations like find and replace. We use those even when we want to write some huge rows of record. You want to write them in forming a table in SQL. You have to first form that up in Excel with these functions like find and replace. You prepare the query from that point, and then you pick that query, you dump it, you pick that formation and dump it into your SQL query. Without Excel, trust me, it's going to take you hours of sweat and manual labor to get those things done. So it's important to be able to do all of those, to know how to do many of those things. Now, when we talk about data validation, as we all know, data, anything, everything and anything can be correct when it comes to data. Anything. It could be either someone says my age is this. That person at some point in time in life, in my life, is correct, because at that point, I will either reach that age or I have passed that age. So that is the essence of data. Data is so powerful that it can be correct in any way. Why? And that is the reason why people manipulate data to fit what they want. In that case, we don't want someone to manipulate our data, so we can validate that data. That any record that we get into this Excel sheet, I want it to look exactly this way. I don't want it to exceed this number. So we can set all of this in Excel, and that helps us to, coordinate the kind of data we get and the kind of results we put out there. I know I've exceeded the 12 minutes. I think I will stop there right now, so that we can take that break, that much needed break, so that we don't exhaust the trainees. So if you have any question at this point, kindly write it down, and then probably we're going to give those who have not introduced themselves to introduce themselves when we return, and then I'll proceed with probably checking on questions, and then proceed with the last part of the slide, and then the projects. So with that, I think we can go on. Can we agree? Can we agree? What's the standard break, Mr. Pius? 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes? You are muted, please.
5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, let's go with 7 minutes. We guys take water, stretch your leg, and then we get back in the next 7 minutes. So we are getting back here in 18. Okay, in the next 7 minutes. Please, let's get back. Thank you. Okay. Are we all back yet?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, we are all back. Guys, if you're back, I want you to type yes, mark of attendance. Okay. Thank you for those who have confirmed. Okay. And we'll be taking the attendance also anytime from now. We'll be taking the attendance anytime from now. So please confirm that you're back. Our attendance is very important because we really don't want to. We don't want to. We don't want the trainees to lose interest. We want you to remain focused. So the attendance is very, very important to us. Okay. I will share my screen again. And so for this session, I just finished what I have been talking about, which is the powerful Excel. And I'll just continue to, yeah. So let me know when, again, if you can see my screen, just 1 or 2 thumbs up from anyone, just to know that I know you should be able to see my screen though. Okay, let's proceed. So I stopped at validation, and in terms of validation, what I mean is, you know, we want to avoid as much as the issue of garbage in, garbage out that we usually have in data. And when we work as data professionals, it's important that we know that decisions that impact lives are taken with that data you're working on, you're cleaning. So if in case something is supposed to be 10, and then a number is supposed to be 10, and then you made it, for instance, while you're cleaning, erroneously put 0 mistakenly, that is very dangerous. It could impact a life, and we don't want that as a data professional. So validation, data validation is very important, both at the point of collection of the data up to the point of delivering that data to the end users. It is very important that we validate our data. Okay, I'll move to the next point. We can do things like when we are manipulating, the data, we do different kind of operations. And for those of us who are very proficient with Python, you would understand that when we are cleaning, we're using pandas, and we are trying to, you know, work within our data frame. We do different kind of operations on this data. It's important that many of these data cleaning processes are done. So we can actually do splitting on columns. We can perform different kind of things. We can do group buys and all of those. The functions are just too numerous for someone to list here. And while I was just trying to refresh myself with the what functions how many functions now do we have in Excel, I found out that we have about 450. And trust me, you know what that means. It's not something you want to sit and go through. So it means there are some bunch of stuff that fits with you, probably as a data engineer. This is what I will do. As a financial analyst, these are the one I will use. As a data scientist, these are the kind of functions that I will use. Now, at this point, Again, I'll quickly take the roll call about if we all have access to Excel. I know some of us might have it on our computer already, and this is in preparation for one, the project that we are going to be taking, or we are going to be doing. Two, for the training, for you to participate, because this is not a theory class, it's a practical class. It's a class where we have to do everything and see the importance of, or actually appreciate how this thing works. So if you have not installed, or you don't have Excel installed on your computer, maybe you could just indicate by saying, yeah. So if you have I think if you don't have Excel installed, say, just type no, so that I can see that. Okay, so if that is the case, it means we all probably have Excel one way or the other. Even if you have it online, it's still fine. There is Excel online right now, it's fine. And again, another good thing, information that you should know is, once you have this information concerning Excel, you can actually replicate the same thing in Google. That's one beautiful thing. Many of the things we will be working on in Excel, you can replicate them in Google Sheets. So that is one beautiful thing. So it doesn't really matter whether you have that stuff here in Excel and you learn the function. You just probably need some little bit of manipulation when we are doing it in Google Sheets. Now, I don't know if time is going to permit us to interact with the interface today, but at this juncture, I want to call Mr. Pius to try and introduce or talk about the projects that I'll be doing. When he talks about that, we will actually handle the session together. So, but it will take that session now and then pass it back to me where necessary. So thank you, thank you for your audience. Mr. Pius, I call you to take on from these points.
Oh, can you hear me, John?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. As I take them through, please share project 1 and project 2 on both Zoom chats and WhatsApp.
Okay.
And also send them via email. Maybe they can type their emails on the chats, on the WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Yeah, please,
Okay.
at this juncture, we want to share with you the projects, and we want to share it with you through all means. We want to share it with you through the Zoom chats, through the WhatsApp group, and through the emails. And we don't have your email addresses ready. So what I request you is to share your email addresses, both through the WhatsApp chats and through the Zoom chats, so that Mr. John can send them to you through the email. Okay, please, if you are hearing me, type 1 on the Zoom chat so that we continue. If you are hearing me, please type 1 on the chats so that we can continue. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Abayo. Right. Thank you, Benja. Thank you very much. People are hearing me. So now share your emails both on the chats and the WhatsApp group so that Mr. John can send you the projects. Okay, as that happens, I'm going to share my screen. Before I share my screen, let me load I'm now loading the projects on the Zoom charts. And if you are able to see the project, please, if you are able to see project 1, please type project 1. If you are able to see project 2, please type project 2. And if you are able to see both of them, say type both of them. I'm still loading, they are not yet there. So if you can see the projects on Zoom charts, please type both. If you can see both of them, if you can see only one, type the one you can see. I've already successfully shared them. Thank you, Kennedy. So I'm gonna do the same on WhatsApp. I've shared on WhatsApp too. So far, so good. Please, if you can see my screen, project 1, type yes on the Zoom charts. If you can see project 1 for my screen, please type yes from the Zoom charts. People are not responding. Are they really with me? Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Benja. Thank you, Rose. Can we continue? If you can see my screen, project 1. Thank you, Udhiambo. Where are the rest? Are they on autopilot? Anyway, you can see my screen, so I'll stop there. Now, I want you to pay attention because this is very important. Now, when you come down here, these are what we call sheets in Excel. So I have this sheet GAS data, I have this sheet EAIA, and I have this sheet questions. So these are the questions. So this project is from the real world, and this is what they give in interviews when you go for a job interview as a data scientist. So it's from the real world. So in data science, there's what we call domain. So you must understand your domain. So this is from the energy domain. And you need, as a data scientist, you need to understand the terminologies and the jargons used in the energy domain. For example, if I was a data scientist hired to work for this company and I'm not from the energy domain, there's this term here, AEIA. I don't know what it means. So I'll go to their website and do research. And when I do research, I'm going to develop what is called data dictionary. The data dictionary will give you an overview on the type of data you are going to deal with. So when you come to questions here, you will come here, and if you can see this link in blue, please type yes on the charts. If you can see the link in blue, type yes in the charts. If you can see the link in blue, type yes in the chat. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kingsley. Thank you, Diambo. What about the rest? Are they on autopilot? Thank you, Rose. Thank you, James. Thank you, Abayo. So if you're on autopilot, thank you, Susan. Thank you, Arun. If you are on autopilot, you are missing a very important point. So when you click here, it takes you to the website for the company. And I said that there was a term that I didn't understand here on this sheet here called EIE. And when I now go to the website, this is what happens. And when I go to the website, there's EIA here. So when I go through this website for the company, I will find the meaning of that. So this is from the US Energy Information Administration. So when I look at that title, the title here, US Energy Administration, when I take away the word US, then I have Energy Information Administration, EIE. So the word EIE means Energy Information Administration. So this data is from the Energy Information Administration in the US. So in your data dictionary, you can create another cell here when you'll be doing the project and call it data dictionary. So let me go back to the project. You can create another cell when you are doing this project here. You can say add cell, add what? Add. Well, why am I not able? Yes, add sheet. I've added a sheet, and then I do here rename, and then I say data dictionary. So in my data dictionary, when I'm doing this project, the first thing I'll define here, I can put this is serial number, and this is term. This is meaning. So my first thing that I'll define is EIA. EIA. So here, Energy Information Administration. So that's good. So EIE, then I have questions. These are the questions that you will have to answer for you to have claim to have done the project successfully. And the tools that are going to help you answer these questions are what Mr. Yemi shared on the PowerPoint, or what is shared on the syllabus. So those tools, if you master those concepts well during the time Mr. John is going to teach you this course, then you should not have a problem in answering these questions. Now I move to the next one, gas data. Now when I come to gas data, this data is from the engineering department, and I'm not an engineer. So when you come here, you see ACCT, start date, end date, base, use, HDDS, in term, 2022 underscore starts underscore usage, 2022 underscore actual underscore usage. Now you need to define these headers of your data in the data dictionary, all of them. And how do you get the meaning? Their meaning, you go back to the website here and scroll where we have those terms analyzed. So you'll be doing research. To define your data dictionary first only, you need like 3 to 5 hours scraping the website. That is why it is called a project. This, you cannot do this in just one sitting, 1 day or 2 days, especially when you are new. That is why we are releasing it when at the beginning of the class, so that you understand the scope and what we are trying to do. So that is that. That is that. So I'll stop sharing my screen. And at this particular point, any questions about project one? Any questions about project one, please? Just unmute and ask me verbally. Any question about project one? Just unmute.
Hello.
And talk to me.
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
I need your face. I need your face. When you are talking to me, I need to look at your face. Yes, good. Go ahead, please. I can see your face.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Towards the end of your talk, you mentioned something to do with web scraping. With regards to that particular project one, could you a little bit explain on that web scraping, because we have data here.
Okay, this time we are not supposed, we don't have time to explain, but this project is due at the end of the class. So what you do, go check again and ask on the WhatsApp group and respond. All right?
Thank you.
And take a screenshot of what you are asking. And please don't assume that I know what is in that project. When we are starting, we are all at the same level, right?
Thank you.
That is why it's called a project. It's a lot of research. You need time. And this is why we are telling you in advance. We are not in the business of wasting your time. If we don't have time to do research, please exit the course, because you will not make it. We don't want to waste your time. I want you, after this, go home, look at it, ask your question, and then you proceed. If you are able to find the answer to your question, then let us know. Okay, any other question, please? I want to move to project 2. Okay, there's no question. And if there's any ask on the WhatsApp group, I'll now stop sharing. Let me go to project 2. Where's project 2? Desktop. Excel. Then we go to project 2. Still opening. Once again, in project 2, we have instructions, we have data set. This one we are given data dictionary. So in project 2, you have given the data dictionary. So you can use this format to define your data dictionary for project 1. So this was done intentionally. This was done intentionally. So the first thing you do is define your data dictionary. So these are the data sets. And in the data sets, you can see this from a real industry, this from real industry. From the data set, you can see we have the headers here. Sometimes you're doing a project without headers, you need to add them. Mr. Yeb will show you how to add headers in an Excel file. So that's very good. Then we go to the instruction. What are the instructions? Then now when you go in the instruction, you need to read everything. Congratulations. No, can I have one person reading? And who is going to read? Rose Deborah Opeo. Please, can you read for me the first line of the instructions? Rose Deborah Opeo. You put on your face and read for us the first 2 lines of the instructions. Rose Deborah Opeo. Rose Deborah Opeo, are you there? You have been on autopilot for a very long time. I can't see your face and you can't respond to my questions. Okay, Nicholas Juma.
He's saying he's there. He's there. He has written on the charts.
Let her read.
Don't
Read
check
for
the
me. Read for me the first 2 lines on what is appearing on the screen. Rose Deborah Opeo. Just telling me you are on the charts does not mean you are there. We have been in this game for a long time, where trainees log in for the meeting, and then they are at work. They are at work and they are on phone or they are traveling. We know all these tricks. Rose Deborah Opio, if you are really there with us, can you read for us the first 2 lines? Because I'm going to remove you from the program. Anyway, I'm not in the business of wasting anybody's time. Mr. John, hello?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Yes,
please,
please.
please make me an admin so that I remove Rose from this program. Make me an admin, I'll bring it back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, she will have to talk to me first. Come for a meeting, a Zoom meeting. Rose Deborah Opio, where's the name here? I don't see the name. If I'm co-host, I'm able to remove her. Rose Abiambo Ward, Rose Deborah Opio, yes. I'm going to remove her, let her contact me. Privately, I'm going to do a Zoom meeting and I'll bring her back to the group. So, submit. I'm not able to remove Rose. Can you make me the host, John? Please.
You're actually the host now.
Okay, thank you. So I will remove Rose up here. After she contacts me, I will need to know the reason why she's not responding to my questions. And if I'm not convinced, I'm going to remove her from the WhatsApp group. As I've said earlier, we are not in the business of wasting your time. Okay, Nicholas Juma, please put on your face and read for us the first 2 lines of the instructions on what is on the screen. And you didn't introduce yourself. Please take this opportunity to introduce yourself. You are on mute, Mr. Nicholas Juma. No, we can't hear you. There's poor network connection. What we do, as usual, this is not the first time. As a veteran, you're gonna do immediately after this meeting, you're gonna do a video introduction. And in your video introduction, read for me the first 2 lines and send for me, post that video on the WhatsApp group. Post that video on the WhatsApp group. You are introducing on the WhatsApp group. Otherwise, thank you very much for showing up. So congratulations, you have been selected to interview for the data scientist, credit risk, finance risk analyst position in the lending analytics department. We would like to see how you approach analytical questions using data. So these are the instructions, and this from real world interview, real interview. So there are people who are from the banking sector and they are lending. So this is a very relevant, this is very relevant. This is very relevant. Rose Deborah Opio is trying to join. Can one of the assistant instructors get in touch with Rose Deborah Opio and tell her that she is on suspension? We don't need her back. Let her come next time. She's on suspension. So if you're in the banking industry, then this one will be a folder for you. So that is all that I wanted to tell you about the projects. The projects are due after the 6th week, and you will be required to make a 30-minute presentation. And those 30-minute presentation, we are going to grade them. We're going to give Mr. John and grade them, and you get points. And each project is 25 points. Each project is 25 points. So thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. John. Please take it over. Let me give you back. Let me give you back your privileges.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. You can just continue talking as I give you the privileges.
Okay. So, thank you very much for that. I understand that many of us will now we now understand what we need to, what we are anticipating as part of this this course, and that means when the actual course is going on, it means you will have to be very attentive, ask questions where necessary, draw my attention, or the assistant also draw the attention to where concepts are not clear. And this training is concept based. And in that case, what do I mean by that? I mean, we will be talking about use cases. We'll be talking about use cases because, as you can see, that project is a use case. And as Mr. Pius has rightly said, the issue of getting a right position in this field is just about what you can deliver. So it doesn't matter whether you stayed 10 years, 15 years in the industry, you're given a task to do, complete it and get hired, or look at it and don't know how to answer it, and then just, you know, stay wherever you are. So that is the reason why it's very important for us to take this seriously. Okay, we are running out of time, and it is important that we take our survey for today's class. I will try and pop that up right now, and you please fill that survey. I will be sending the survey to us in a bit. I'll drop it in the chat, and we all go there. We will fill it live. It's gonna be live. We are 19 people here, and I expect that by the time we are leaving this course today, I have 19 responses. So let me quickly just share the link, please. Give me some few minutes. I get my hand on that link, and then I share it with you. Okay, 1 minute, please. I'm trying to get the link. Okay.
Let me know if you need help in getting the link.
Yeah, I have the link. I just want to make sure that we have the appropriate form. We have the right form. Okay. Okay, so you can use that link. Let me. Okay. I'm finding the chat. Okay. Okay, I can't seem to find the chat stuff. Oh, okay, there you go. So please, I was sending to one person. So let me just send it to everyone. I'll send to everyone in the meeting. Kindly let me know if you can access that link. Kindly let me know if you can access that link. If you are able to access it, just type 1 in the chat in response. Type 1 in chat in response. Yeah, kindly fill it, please. and let's get that completed. I'm watching it live. I have it live. It's anonymous. We don't, the essence, just to reiterate, probably for those of us who are joining for the first time today, the essence is not to hail us that we are doing well. The essence of this survey is to make us get better in terms of our next class. We want to improve. We don't want a situation where the mistake we've made today, we repeat it again in the next class. And that is the sole essence, nothing else. That's the only essence why we are getting this survey. So please help us improve, help us be better. And that is the only essence why we are taking this survey. So I'll give you 5 minutes to do that. And then I'll jump back here I will continue talking again so that you can concentrate. I'll continue talking again in the next 4 minutes, which is around 18:52. Kindly, Mr. Pius, if there's anything you want to add to that, please.
Yes, let me add, the projects, they are not a walk in the park, especially if it's your first time. So by this end of the 6th week, the 6 weeks, the last week is dedicated simply for the projects. So if you are having harder times in doing the projects, by the end of the 6th week, you will need to let the instructor know that you need a softer project that you can handle. Because there are 2 tracks, there's technical track, and by virtue of that, you shall have removed yourself from the technical track to non-technical track. Non-technical track are those who are in the data analytics profession, but they don't want to do coding. They don't want to do coding, but they can still be employed and become the managers because they understand the domain. There are people who are still working in the field. So if you are unable to do the project by the end of the 6th week, please request for a simple project from the instructor. Thank you very much. Please take your break. We are coming back, take the survey. We are, and the survey takes 5 minutes from now. So by 10:54, Mr. John will continue talking. Thank you.
Excuse me, the way my form is opening is totally different. I don't know.
So it's a different form. If it's different, let me give you a form.
No, I've not said it's a different form. It's opening totally different. When you open it,
share your screen. Share your screen, please. Share your screen.
Okay, I'm going to share it. Let me open it first.
Yes.
Again.
And John will
okay, kindly open.
John will respond to that.
Let me know.
John will respond to that. I've told him to share his screen, but I know why it is different because you are one of the owners. You are one of the owners of the form.
Okay, this is how it appears.
Yes.
When I click,
yeah,
I'm scrolling. Give me a moment, please. When I opened it, it first started by displaying 1 to 10. Then it disappeared.
Let John respond to that. Thank you.
Yeah, I think for you, okay, I would like those who are not, who don't have the right as editor to you. As you can see, the breadcrumb, you will see at the end there is showing edit. So for you, because you are a member of the part of the owner, it's likely to show like that. But also for you in your case, or any other person that is experiencing something that they're not expecting, I have reshared the link again. Kindly use this link now, Mr. Levi's. Kindly use that new link in the chat. Or any other person also that is facing the same challenge, kindly use the new link I have shared. And please don't be quiet. Please say if you face any challenge or any technical issue, we would like to, I would like to help. Yeah, I can see guys are already putting in their responses. Yeah, responses are already coming in. So, Mr. Bushuru, you want to let me know just in case you succeed in through this new link.
Yeah, I've succeeded.
Thank you for that feedback.
Yes.
So if you have completed the form, thank you so much. I can see in real time how we are responding. Of course, not with your name or who has responded, but I know right now about 6 people have completed the form. Right now, about 6 people have completed.
Now, Mr. John, I've got also an issue with this one also.
Okay.
In my first question, where the questionnaire is asking about time management.
Okay.
It is supposed to range on a scale of 1 to 10. But
Okay.
on my case, it is ranging from 1 to 5.
Oh, is it showing 1 to 5?
Yes.
I see what you're saying. Okay, let me fix that. But I think oh, I see what you're saying. I can see it here. You might just check again. I think that has been updated. How is it? Just with the same link, I think we should be able to. Yeah. From my end, I can confirm that it is 1 to 10. Okay. Thank you, guys. I think right now, let me just confirm that. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate. As it stands, I've seen that's about 15 of us already completed. Yeah, that will be it from my end today. Please, next week, for those of us who don't have Excel installed, I would advise that you get it, because the class is going to be practical, is just about doing, and we don't, I would not like to leave anyone behind. Basically, when I do training, I try as much as possible to interact with the trainees, so that even if the concept we are doing is just a single concept, everyone leaves that class understanding that concept and can also explain it to other people. That is how I try as much as possible to go granular in my class. Another thing that I like doing is questions. Questions are very important to confirm to the tutor that the trainees are following through. With questions, it gives the tutor the chance to, or the perception that yes, these trainees are following through and there's a communication. So, and I thank Mr. Pius for establishing that. I think please, when you come with your questions. If you have any issues that you think you would like to ask about Excel, or even maybe even other tools along the line, we can just quickly, talk about it, just to give you full understanding of what we are trying to establish here. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate. I will give Mr. Pius, I think he's still on the call. I'll give him the chance to help us close for today, being kind of an introduction and inaugural for this Excel class.
So
thank you for your time once again.
So thank you very much. We have 2 minutes to go. Somebody just asked if that is it. The class ends at 5. On your side, at 7 on your side. On my side is 11. If you leave before 11, that is going to be a refraction. So you can leave before time. Okay, thank you very much. Now, the announcement I wanted to make, we have 2 assistant instructors. So Mr. John posted the class list on the WhatsApp group. Please divide the students into 2 groups, Group A and Group B, and then post it on the WhatsApp group so that Mr. Ruben can know the students he's responsible for, and Mr. Levi can know also the student he's responsible for. Once again, I want to make an announcement. If you feel frustrated by the projects, please, before the end of the 6th week, go to the instructor and let him know you need a project that you can handle. And that implies that you cannot take the technical track. You will take the non-technical track. And we recommend people who are already in the job market, who have been working in the companies and like 10 years, they can be domain managers. In data science, you also need the domain knowledge. It's not only coding and technical components. So if you are having problems with analyzing the issues and understanding the domain knowledge, understanding the concepts like coding or carrying out those tasks, you can take a non-technical track and you become a domain manager. And actually, those in the non-technical track, from my experience, from where I live, they earn more than the technical people because they know the company in and out. They have been there for a long time, and the company trusts them more than this technical staff. So they'll be managing the technical staff, and it becomes very frustrating if you are managing somebody who is doing what you don't have an idea about. I hope I made my point. Now, at this point is exactly 11, and it would be foolish for us to end this meeting without opening the floor for you to ask questions. So allow me, because the first time, to end the meeting at 11:05. So any question, please? Any question from the class? If you have any question, please take it away and ask. Yes, unmute.
I am seeing some questions here already in the chat.
Do you want to answer them?
Yeah, we'll answer some of them. When do we start working in the projects? I think Mr. Pius talked about this, and his response, I think what he mentioned was you can start as early as you can. But for those who don't have idea on where to go to, you might want to wait for the first, session to see. Probably you're going to gain some skill or skills that will help you in answering some of those questions, especially where you need to talk about, for instance, let's say where you need to use like pivoting, and you've never used pivoting before. Probably you want to wait, and then you see that we do that, and then you can use that to practice these questions. So maybe that helps with that. So you can, I think you can start if you feel like you want to give it a try. And can we use Google Sheets or Excel, or instead of Excel? Well, like I said, many of the functions will work with Google Sheets, but they change. There are some things that can be a little bit different. So to follow through so that we don't have a little bit of distraction, it will be better to just get Excel. We walk through with Excel. I think those are the two questions. So for other people who want to ask their question verbally, please, you can proceed. Thank you.
Yeah, before we take in the next person, please pay attention to this. You are supposed to start working on the project immediately after this class, because you will be required to do research and understand the terminologies used in the project. It's not just about using the functions in Excel. You have to understand the data. So between now and next class, you can do your research and understand the data and develop your data dictionary. So I want to draw your attention to this. This is the data. Can you look at number one, row number one? When you look at this, they are what you call the column headers, and it's only one. And I want you to look at this. When you look at the column headers, here we have 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, for you to analyze this data, you can't use this file. You have to carry out some magics on it. And that is why I'm telling you, you need to start immediately after this meeting, do research and put your file ready. Now look here. When you look at here, this is the topmost. It has utility characteristics. Then when you go to the other there, we have residential and we have commercial. Now, when we go under residential, the second one, I have revenues, we have sales, we have customers. And then when you go under that, it continues like $1,000 in dollars that. So those who have done computer programming, this is what we call object inheritance. So those who have not done any programming to computers, I'm sorry, bear with us. Now this is the object. And this is another object, and this is another object. So this object here inherits all the characteristics of the first object. And this object here inherits all the characteristics of the first object. So what you need to do is to make sure you reduce that file so that we only have one header like this without the objects losing their characteristics, without the objects, the major object like here residential, losing their characteristics. So with my experience, what I usually do is this. This is what I usually do. I start with this one. So I'm gonna maintain this one here is gonna be my column headers. This third one, the third one. So what I'm do, I'll bring all these objects, revenue, sales, customers, that here. So that here, when I'm here, in order to remove the second row, the middle row, I'll put revenues here. I'll put sales here. I'll put customers here, like that. And once I've done that, I'm going to remove this column by deleting it, like that. So I have two. Now this is the object, and these objects here have inherited all the characteristics from here. So what do I do to bring them here? So I just bring that here. I bring this here, I bring this here, I bring this here, I bring it here, I bring it here, I bring it here, like that throughout, and then I delete this. So now I have one header. Now when you now reorganize and have one header that can make sense, now you have one column header, and with this one column header, you can put this on Python, You can put it on R. You can carry all the function like pivot table on this without any of the objects losing their characteristics. So to do that, you don't need Excel scales. To do that, we talked about data modeling. To do that, you don't need Excel scale. So such like things, developing a data dictionary, putting your data in order to make it ready for analytics, you can do it between now and next class. But if we wait up to the last minute, you're gonna get frustrated. We don't want you to do this in one single setting. Now, having said that, I will stop sharing, and it's recorded their videos for this. You can watch video, and any question, please. Is 11:07, and we are past the hour. Any question? If you have any question, please ask on the WhatsApp group. Otherwise, with those few remarks, I congratulate you for attending the class up to the last minute. And right now, you are free to leave. Thank you very much. Let us meet next time. If you have a question, please ask us on the WhatsApp group. And you can ask even in between the week. Thank you. Bye. I have to end this meeting now.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Yemi, can you end the meeting? I don't have the privileges. End the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.